Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the Overkill watch list for this week. These are stocks and cryptocurrencies that we are looking for entries on this week. Coming up here today is November 30th. We got a new monthly candle opening tomorrow. Tomorrow is December 1st, so therefore we are going to get the new monthly candles. But we're going to be taking a look at these names today, looking for setups. We got some bangers in here. We got XRP breaking 190 here, absolutely just doing the ripski. Look at that monthly candle, just absolutely booming there. Amazing, hitting 190 there. Bitcoin sitting just at 96, just under 97,000. We got some other names in here like DJT, Tesla, CLSK, RIOT, Roblox, X, Lyft, JBlue. We got UPS in there, Monsters, CrowdStrike, Pepe, ICP, Solana, DOT, CRO, XLM, QNT, Dodge, Airbnb. We're going to be taking a look at all these charts in today's video. For those of you that are new to the channel, we have a very, very specific strategy that we use on this channel to place our entries and our exits, and a lot of that comes based on our trading indicator. Okay, our trading indicator is right down here on your screen. What we are looking for is the green dots and the red dots. So to go over the strategy real quickly for those of you that are new, a green dot means a reversal to the upside, okay? And a red dot means a reversal to the downside. So many of you know who have been trading for a while that there are different kinds of time frames that you can trade. For example, this is a 1 month chart, okay? There's a weekly chart, there's a daily chart, there's a 4-hour chart, and it goes all the way into seconds, right? You can look at a 1 second chart if you want to. On this channel, we are not day traders, okay? We do not trade. We are rarely entering and exiting on the same day. The only time that happens if we get stopped out. We are focused on the monthly and the daily chart, okay? The monthly and the daily chart coincide very, very well together, and I have found this strategy that I'm about to explain works very, very well when you use it correctly. Okay, so the first thing that we need to see based on our strategy is a green monthly dot. So I'm talking about a monthly green dot on the chart from the trading indicator. Okay, so what does that imply? That implies that for the next few months, we are going to be going up. Okay, you can see we got a green dot here on Bitcoin at the beginning of this month. Today's November 30th, but it came on November 1st. Okay, if you are in the Discord, we called this green dot out in the Discord. You can see it right here on the chart. That dot came at $64,000. Okay, Bitcoin's price is now sitting at, well, it hit about 99. So you had about a 40% trade if you just bought at the beginning of the month, and you held all the way till now. So the monthly dot is the first thing that we need to see on our charts for it to be on our watch list. You will never see a name inside of my watch list, meaning the list that we're going to go over today, if the monthly dot is not green, okay? You could see there also was a green dot on Bitcoin back here on October 1st. That price was $27,000, okay? And then the price back here, this was the mega dot right here, back in January of 2023 on Bitcoin, $18,000. That was called out over inside the Discord. If you guys are members, we call out all the daily and the monthly dots over there inside of the Discord. You can see we had quite a few alerts go off over the last week over there, but if you are in the Discord, you never miss one of these alerts that I'm talking about right here. And this was the Holy Grail back in 2023. Okay, something else you want to pay attention to on the indicator is where is the wave at? When I talk about the wave, I'm talking about this big blue wave right here. Okay, the further down it is, okay, the further down it is, the bigger the dip that has happened. Therefore, the more people who have gotten flushed out of the markets. Okay, so the dots down here, the green dots down here on the chart, in my opinion, are a lot more accurate in most cases than the ones way up here. Okay, the ones way up here just kind of tell you that, hey, we're a little overbought, right? Bitcoin, if you bought back here in 2023, you're up 410%. Okay, 410%. So that tells me that the people buying back here, who are the smart money, we have a cheat sheet over here, okay, the smart money, they were buying back in this area, right? No one was talking about Bitcoin in 2023 when it was sitting down here at 18, 20K, okay? Nobody was screaming from the mountaintop, hey, buy, it's going to $13 million right? It's going to be the next currency of the world. There was no talk of that just under 2 years ago, okay, when we called this dot out. But now we're in this what is called the mania phase, where everybody is super excited about the assets, right? Everyone's talking about it. Maybe not everyone, but the majority of people are talking about it now. So that tells me we're somewhere up in this area right here. Okay, we could just now be coming out of a bear trap, and it could even be a bull trap here. I think altcoin season hasn't even started yet. I think altcoins are really going to go crazy right now. But for Bitcoin, right, ideally you want to be buying every green dot on the monthly chart. Every single one is bullish. That tells us that over the next 2 or 3 months, at least, we are going to be going up, okay? 2 or 3 months, we can expect the charts to go up when we got the monthly dot. So when we get the monthly dot, what we're doing then is zooming into a daily chart, okay? Because there's 30 daily candles, guys. 30 daily candles inside of one of these monthly candles. It takes 30 days for one of these candles to form, okay? So throughout the month, this thing is going to be going up and down, right? The price is going to be fluctuating up and down throughout the month because there's 30 days. This candle is going to close here at the end of today because tomorrow is December 1st. So therefore, this candle is going to close and we're going to get a new candle, okay? So that means this dot is going to be confirmed. So 30 of these daily candles, right? This is called candlestick math. 30 of these daily candles makes up one of our monthly candles. So our goal, once we get the green dot on the monthly chart, is to then zoom into the daily, okay? And we want to enter on every single green dot that we get on the daily chart. So the perfect entry came right here on the 6th at about 67,000 on the daily, okay? That was, again, 67,000 on Bitcoin. It had a green dot on the monthly chart. It went from 67 all the way up to close to 100K. We also got one on Friday. That was 2 days ago on Bitcoin. The current level to trade on this is going to be about 93,000, 94,000. So I told you guys in the Discord, I believe yesterday, I would set a stop loss on Bitcoin at around 94,000. Okay, you want to make sure 94,000 holds. If it does hold, we are going to continue on up. The next target is going to be around 110 for me on Bitcoin. So we are bullish on Bitcoin at this very moment. Okay, and I'm looking for 110,000 Bitcoin here next. So we're going to look to sell Bitcoin then when this stochastic RSI on the daily chart, the stochastic RSI on the indicator is this light blue line. Okay, and again, we're on a daily chart now. The only thing you really have to worry about on the monthly chart, guys, is that the dot is green. If the dot is not green, we don't even look at it, right? It's not even on our watch list. I have something called the red list. I use 3 different types of lists. This red list right here, okay? These are all names that I like, right? You got Microsoft in here, right? You got MU, you got AMD, you got some of these names like Uber, okay? But all of these names in my red list, the last dot is red. So I don't even look at these names, right? I'm not even looking to trade any of these names because I know that the macro move is down, right? The direction is going down because the dot is red. You guys don't want to be you guys didn't want to be buying Bitcoin during this time. Anytime you bought Bitcoin from December 21st on, okay, you got flushed on. Okay, it went down for a year and a half. We do not want to trade things that are going down. We want to trade things that are going up. How do we know that it's going up? Well, it has a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, as long as the last dot is green on the monthly, we are on the daily chart looking to pinpoint our entries. Because the best day to enter a position, right, is going to be the day of the green dot. The day we get the green dot. You can see Bitcoin got one there yesterday. So when we get the green dot, we need to set a stop loss. And I normally use the stop loss at the previous candle, which is this candle right here that we got on the 28th. And you can see the bottom of that right there is 94,000. Okay, so if Bitcoin breaks 94,000, we can expect for it to come down right around our 30-day moving average, which is also another very important thing to understand. Okay, and that would be around 88,000. So as long as Bitcoin holds 94, I think we're bullish and we're moving up. Okay, and Bitcoin's actually on the list today. So the second thing I want to point out when you're on the daily chart is you guys want to buy as close to the moving averages as possible. So you can see right here, Bitcoin pulled back into this blue line. And again, if you guys have the trading indicator, It's right over here inside the Discord, okay? You come here, you click this button right here. It's a couple of clicks, and everything you see on my chart right now, I'm talking about the moving averages, the Bollinger Bands, this trading indicator, the red and green dots, the stochastic RSI, everything is going to look exactly like you see on my screen right here. So this blue line right here is called the 30-day moving average because, again, we are focused on the monthly and the daily. So typically we're looking for swing trades from anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, right? We're looking to catch these swings. We want to buy the sell-off, and we want to sell the top, right? So what we're looking to do is we're looking to enter on the green dots on the daily. The day of the green dot is when we want to enter. Either the day of the green dot or the first green candle that you see after a 4 red bar pullback. So this setup on Bitcoin was prime time right here, okay? Right into the election, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. I look for at least a minimum of a 4-bar pullback before I enter, okay? And I want to make sure that the price is trending above this blue line here, this 30-day moving average, okay? Sometimes I'll take a trade when it's bouncing off this green line here, but ideally I want to buy things that are in a very strong trend, right? The green dots that come above this light blue line, it's not light blue, it's dark blue. That is the 30-day moving average. So the 30-day moving average, think of that as like, well, it is the average price over the last 30 days. Okay, the average price over the last 30 days. That's what this blue line is. Okay, and right now it's sitting at about 86,000 for Bitcoin. So in my opinion, right, that, or not in my opinion, but that's, we can assume that that's a fair value, right? That's fair value for Bitcoin right now. Fair value would be 86,000. If you're buying Bitcoin right now at 97, you're actually paying a premium because you're buying it off the average, right? You're about 10 to 11% off the average, which isn't that bad, right? A 10%, 11% off the average. But if you look at a name like XRP right now, look how far off the average we are. We're sitting at 190 right now. Okay, you're talking about 48% off the average price over the last 30 days. So the way I like to explain that, right, is you are going to the grocery store and you're buying your groceries at a price that is 48% higher than the average. You're going to the gas station, you're buying your gas at a price that's 48% higher than the gas station on that day. Okay, in my opinion, as a trader, as someone who likes to invest, as someone who likes to make money on his investments, okay, I don't like to pay premiums on the stocks and the cryptocurrencies that I invest in. So what we are looking for is to buy it as close to this average as possible, okay? And there's also another moving average that we use, which is called the 9 EMA. So this is like the weekly moving average, the orange line you guys see on the screen. That's the 9-day moving average. And you can see that is actually what is acting as support right now for XRP. You can see it came back down and it bounced directly on it right there at 127. And then now it's ripped all the way up to $2. So all these people, right, all the retail right now, everybody on Twitter, everybody and their mother is talking about XRP, right? And I'm a big believer in XRP. I believe in it. I obviously sold too early. For you guys that saw, I cashed in that trade for $20,000 at 77 cents. I'm kicking myself a little bit, but hey, I still made $20,000 in 11 days using the strategy and trading it, right? Because I was buying XRP down here. I bought XRP right here. I was buying it between the 28th and the 5th. The price was 50 cents, right? That's where I was buying. I'm not buying up here with everybody else at 190 because I just think that they're going to get crushed. If XRP does pull back into this blue line here, that 30-day moving average, which it will eventually. It might be a month. It might be 2 months. It might be a year. I don't know. It's not going to be a year, but it could be very soon. That's when I'm going to look to trade because that's my setup, guys. I trade the same setup every single time, okay? I want to buy the bounces off of the 30-day moving average. And yes, sometimes I will enter on these bounces off of the 9 EMA, but I want to buy as close as I can to one of these EMAs, okay? And right now, XRP is currently sitting 21% off the weekly moving average. So if you're buying it up here at 190, you're just asking to get crushed, okay? And again, guys, we are swing traders. We're not forever holders, okay? We play the waves. We want to be buying down in this area. We want to buy after these big dips, okay? And we want to capitalize and take profits when it makes sense. And when people start screaming, when people start shouting, when people start telling you, oh my God, okay, that's typically when you want to start being careful and start thinking about taking some off the table. I don't see any problem with selling XRP here when the stochastic RSI, that light blue line, gets back up here to the white dotted line. I don't see any problem with taking some off the table here. I don't see any problem with taking some off the table right here off of this red dot at 120. Okay, take profits as you go up. If you need the money, take profits. Okay, if you want to wait and hold it and be diamond hands, you guys remember what happened to diamond hands in GME back in COVID, right? Okay, everyone that was saying, hold forever, we're never selling. We're never selling. $120 all the way down to what's the price at today? 26. So if you were diamond hands up here at 120 on GME, right, you lost 80% of your position. So I'm a believer in taking profits along the way. I'm not a forever holder. You don't have to call me diamond hands. I really don't care what you guys call me. This strategy works. I'm looking to hit singles and doubles. I'm not looking to hit home runs or grand slams every time I take a trade. I literally just want to be consistent with my trades, get in when it makes sense, and get out when it makes sense. And I want to use the power of compound interest to grow my wealth. Okay? Is XRP a great fundamental asset? Absolutely. And obviously I sold it way too soon, right? I sold up here when the wave was in this area at 77. This trade right here, this is like a 1 in 10,000 trade. Okay, this is like a one, this never happens, right? It rarely ever happens, okay, if you're a trader. Okay, rarely happens. So this is not a normal move. If you're still holding and you were buying down here, congratulations. I applaud you. You're up 400% on your investment. That's insane. That's really good. You only have to do that like 3 times with $500 to be a millionaire. And what I mean by that is, right, if you have, crap, I just opened up iMovie. Right, if you have, let me pull my calculator up here. I don't think I can, actually. Oh, wait, let me do this. Okay, so I'm talking, right, if you're making 500% on every one of your trades, where'd that go? Oh, geez. Sorry about that. Let me minimize my screen here. So the goal is compound interest, right? So if you start with $500, say you invested $500 into XRP down here, you made 400%. So you're going to times that by 4. You just made $2,000. We'll do that again. Okay, now you're at 8,000. We'll do that again. Okay, now you're at 32,000. We'll do it again. Okay, well now you're at 128,000. Okay, we'll do it. This is the 4th time or the 5th time. Now you have $500,000. Okay, we'll do it again. Now you have $2 million. That's the power of compound interest. So if you're multiplying your money by 4, which again, it's not common. I mean, if this happened every day, I mean, there'd be so many millionaires in the world, it's not even funny, right? My goal is like 20 to 30% a trade. And I believe the strategy that we use is anywhere from 80 to 100% accurate. Or not 100%, 80 to 85% accurate. I mean, if it was 100% accurate, I'd be on a yacht right now in the Caribbean filming this video right now, right? But instead I'm at home chilling with the Spartan Army here, you know, having a good time. Look at that, link breaking out. Finally, we took this trade somewhere in this area off this 9 EMA. So again, we want to buy into one of these moving averages. If we're in a very strong bullish market, okay, like we are right now, the 9 EMA is the current. It's the current support, right? That is currently acting as support. So every time this thing comes back and touches the 9, okay, you can either add to it and right, you can add to it or buy more. Okay, ideally, what I really want to do, though, is buy into the 30-day. Obviously, the crypto market is absolutely zooming right now. My other position currently I'm holding is Snapchat. You guys are familiar with the stock. We bought this on, I believe it was Tuesday of last week at around, I think my entry was around 11.50, so I bought it a little bit off the average. But you could see we had a nice green day on Friday, and I think this thing is going to explode. The weekly chart did print a green dot. So again, I said we focus on a monthly, okay? And you can see the monthly candle right there is green. We've been watching that since the beginning of the month. It doesn't have a dot yet, but it does have a green candle. So when this opens in December, it's going to get a new candle, okay? So either the candle or the dot needs to be green on the monthly chart. We then get into the daily, and again, we want to buy as close to this moving average as possible. So we identified this breakout here after earnings on Snapchat. They went up from from 10 all the way to 13. And then what did we do? We sold off for like 6 or 7 days. These sell-offs are what we're looking for. Okay, and it did come below this moving average, but it was just barely below it, right? We got this green dot on November 10th. We called that out at around 10.50. Boom, it ripped all the way up to 12. And now you're looking at some continuation here. So those are currently the only two positions I'm holding right now. Snapchat and Link. Okay, and Link looks like it's actually breaking out finally over 19. I was waiting for that breakout of 19. You could see it had resistance right here. Right there at 19. Okay, and it has finally broken out over that. So I'm expecting some continuation and a green dot on Link here today. But again, I wouldn't want to be buying up here at these levels because look how far we are now off of the 9 EMA. Right, the 9 EMA is right there at the orange line. So in my opinion, right, it's too late. Okay, you're buying at a 10% premium off of that EMA, and you're buying at a 10%, or I'm sorry, a 25% premium off the monthly moving, or the 30-day moving average right there. So come back to this. This is what I'm talking about. You guys see this right here? This is like basic elementary school stuff, right? The mean is the average. That's why we use the 2 EMAs on our charts. Okay, that is the 9, and that is the 30. Okay, and again, if you guys come over here to the indicator tab, you're going to get my same exact loadout on my charts. You're literally going to get every indicator I have on my screen. If you're a beginner, it's literally the easiest plug-and-play thing that you can put in there. If you're advanced and you guys want to try this setup out, okay, it works very, very well if you're following the rules that I'm talking about here today. So again, just to review before we get into these names, we need a green candle or a green dot on the monthly chart, right? Both my positions have one of those things. Okay, boom, perfect. Then what are we looking for? We are looking for pullbacks, okay? At least a 3 to 4 bar pullback on the daily, ideally into one of our moving averages, either the 9 or the 30. If we're in a very bullish market, the 9 is going to be the moving average that you want to play. Okay, this crypto market right now is going to be the 9. Okay, because crypto is just absolutely going insane. So you can set a stop loss at the bottom of the 9 EMA around right here on Link would be 11 or 1750. So as soon as this breaks and goes down, we can assume it's going to come back down here into the blue line. So we want to sell and then rebuy when it comes back down here and taps that. So again, the best day to enter after you have a monthly green dot or a green candle is on the daily, right? You want to enter a daily dot off of one of these moving averages, okay? So that is the trading rules in a nutshell. And again, where we look to sell is when the light blue line, this light blue line is called the stochastic RSI, when that thing touches the white dotted line up here, okay? That was right here back in November, on November 1st at $13, around $13 on Snap. What did it do? It sold back off, okay? So we're looking for either that to happen or a red dot on the daily chart. That's where we cash in our profits. We then cash in our profits and we go look for another setup, okay? So that's the rules in a nutshell. So I need you guys to understand that before I go over these charts, because I need you guys to understand the mindset behind it, right? We're focused on swing trading. We're not day traders. We're not trading the 1-minute chart, the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, okay? Because why is that? It's because the more data that the indicator has, okay, the more data that the indicator has, the more accurate that it is. You can see if you bought every green dot down here on Bitcoin since 2015, you made a shit ton of money, okay? Back here in 2015, July, the price of Bitcoin was literally like $300 off of this dot. Okay, this one right here in 2019 was at $3,000. Okay, $3,000 you bought Bitcoin right here. And this one right here in January 2023, which we talked about earlier, was right there at $18,000. Okay, and then you had one right here in October at 27. You had one here at the beginning of this month in February. Boom. Okay, they are the most accurate. The longer the time frame you're looking at, the better, okay? The more accurate the dots, okay? If you come in here to a 5-minute chart, look how many dots you got here within an hour. I mean, you had a green dot there, a green dot there, a green dot there, a green dot here, green dot here, green dot here, green dot here, green dot here. Why are you don't want to be trading those, guys. You don't want to be trading the smaller term time frames. We're not day traders. A lot of us all have big boy jobs here and don't have time to sit in front of our computers all day. We're looking for swing trades, okay? We're looking to capitalize on swing trades, holding anywhere from, I would say, anywhere from 7 to 30 days, sometimes even longer than that, okay? Sometimes even longer than that, depending on the position and the goal of the position, right? So those are the rules, guys. I have those over here inside the Discord as well if you want to review them here. Again, remember the moving averages. Those are very, very important. We want to buy as close to the mean, the average, as possible. Okay, and again, our mean price is going to be our daily blue line, which is our 30 EMA, or our 9 EMA right there on the daily chart there. Okay, so those are the rules. Let's go ahead and hit this watch list real quick, and we'll get out here and enjoy ourselves the weekend. Again, today is November 30th. We are getting new monthly candles today at 4 p.m. because, well, for crypto at least, because new crypto candles, okay, new daily candles, meaning we get a new daily candle every day at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time. Okay, that would be 7 o'clock New York time. I don't know where you're at in the world, but if you look up 7 o'clock New York time to your time, you'll know when the new candles form. So we're getting a new daily candle at 4 p.m., and we're also getting a new monthly candle at 4 p.m., which means we will have some signals going off over here inside the Discord tonight for monthly green dots. Okay, you're going to get some monthly green dots tonight. The first of the month is always my favorite time of the month because, again, those monthly dots are the first thing that we look for when we are looking for these setups. So with that being said, let's take a look at Wolf here. Okay, Wolf is green and trending up here on the monthly. Wonderful. So we're in here on the daily, and this one's set up perfectly as well. This setup was called out in the Discord on Wednesday. That was the 27th, okay, right before Thanksgiving, and we had this big move. Looks like 8% off of that, and we had the green dot on that day. So the stop loss on this is going to be $7. This is a crypto mining company. So what I would do with this, okay, and again, something else to note when you get a green dot on the daily, okay, that's up more than 5%. You can see you got the green dot that was up 8%. So if it's up more than 5%, what I like to do is I like to zoom into an hourly chart. And if you think about the hourly chart, that means there is 24, well, for stocks it would be 8 because the stock market is open for 8 hours. But 8 of these candles make up one of these daily candles for stocks. It would be 24 hourly candles make up a crypto daily candle because crypto is open 24/7. The stock market closes every day, Monday through Friday, right? So if it's up more than 5% and you're getting this daily alert, I like to get into the hourly and look for a pullback. Okay, so on Wolf, how I would play this is the same way we'd play the daily chart. I would look for a pullback into either this moving average, the 9 EMA, or this 30-day or 30-hour moving average down here at about 7:15. So if you're going to play this, right, we got the green dot, so therefore you want to put the stop loss right there at 7. You want to make sure that holds on to 7. And this is a crypto miner, and if Bitcoin and crypto keep going up, this thing should follow suit. We have a couple of these crypto miners here. We have a couple of these crypto miners here in the watch list today that we're going to be covering. The next one's going to be Fubo. I feel like this one's been on the watch list for a very long time, but this is a great stock to trade. It's currently sitting at $1.61. This is a mining, or not a mining company, a broadcast company. They do their Fubo, so they do like live streaming sports and stuff. And you can see their earnings. They're beating their earnings every single time they report. Okay, they're doing better than expected, better than expected, better than expected. And we got a green dot on the monthly. So we're in here on the daily, and this one's swinging pretty good. Okay, and it did have a nice breakout on Friday. Okay, up 7%. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the stop loss right here at 146. And you can see the hourly is a little overextended at the moment. So again, if it's up more than 5% on a breakout, you want to wait for that pullback on the hourly to come back down here. So the most important charts that we use are the monthly, the daily, right? Those are the two most important. But then we use the hourly as well to pinpoint our entries if our name is up more than 5% when it has a green dot. Okay, this thing actually got the green dot right here in November. That was November 22nd at about $1.46. And boom, it's up 6%. I think that thing will come up here to about 177. But I actually use Fubo. I'm fundamentally bullish on it because I use it. And I think it's a very, very good company. And I think they're either going to get bought out or they're going to make some money. So another thing to note, too, is when these Bollinger Bands, okay, the red and green line, when those things get really tight, that means a big move is coming to the upside or the downside. Okay, that means the price is about ready to break out. You can see the last time it got tight on Fubo was right in this area. Okay, back in 2020, it went from $7 all the way up to $60. That was a 10x trade. So Fubo is one that is definitely on the watch list. And I love it. I like it for a long-term swing trade. Okay, you can see the stochastic is getting pretty close to that white dotted line. But if you want to trade this one, the first level would be probably up here about 180. But if that breaks out, this thing could go bananas. Okay, I look to hold this one until we get a red dot there on the trading indicator. That one could have a big week next week. Let's look at the weekly real quick, and you can see the weekly chart actually turned green as well. So FUBO is looking good going into next week. Keep an eye on that one. Here is Big Bear AI. I'm not too sure about what this company does, but they are obviously an AI play. And you can see they got the green dot in October. That was about at $1.50. They got the green dot on the monthly. It's up to almost $3 right now, or about $2.50. Okay, what we're looking for, you can see it's trying to bounce off this 9 EMA. So I would love to buy this one into our 30-day moving average. You can see how it bounces on that blue line right there. Bounce there, bounce there, bounce there, bounce there. I would love to see that one come back down to 180. I'm going to be watching this one for a green dot. You can see we got the green reversal candle there. So it's trying to bounce off the weekly moving average at the moment. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if this thing holds $2. I put the stop loss down there at 2. And if you could buy it closer to 2, I think that'd be a great entry on this one. Again, another AI play. But the monthly is looking very, very good. I just want to see the daily stochastic, right? This light blue line closer to 0. Okay, 0 is right down here. So if you're looking at a daily chart, the best time to buy is when that stochastic RSI, that light blue line, is down here at 0, just like it was right here on November 4th. At about $1.50 before it had this big, big run up. So watch for this one to break out on Monday. If it breaks down, $2 is probably going to be really, really strong support. But that's another AI play for you guys. Keep your eye on that one. And that one could have a big move there on Monday. So stop loss on that's going to be $2 on BBAI. Here's DJT. Okay, this is Donald Trump's media company. That is also green here on the monthly. That candle's going to close green there. So there was that rumor of his company buying out that backed crypto company. I believe they're a crypto exchange. So ever since that rumor, they've just kind of been going sideways, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, consolidation is actually encouraged. Okay, that's called our stealth phase. That's when we're just kind of going sideways. The price isn't just going nuts, right? It's not going up a crazy amount. It's not going down a crazy amount. It's just kind of silent. There's not a lot of talk about it. Yes, there was that rumor about them buying out that exchange, but I think we could probably hear some more news on that here this week because we've been going sideways for a long time. The daily dot is still green. Again, the monthly dot is green as well, so that is all looking good. Okay, I'd watch for this thing to break out to around 45. Current stop loss on this one, I'm going to put it right there at 20. Call it 29.90 on a stop loss on DJT, but I like that one as well. Here's Tesla. Tesla's another one we called this monthly dot out. This was back in July. This was back here at 180. Okay, $1.80. We called this out. It's already up over 100% in the what 1, 2, 3, 4 months that we've been watching it. But we're in here on the daily and we're looking for pullbacks. You can see it had this big move after earnings. Where did it pull back into? It pulled back into our 30-day EMA. That was your setup there on Tesla. Prime time setup right there, baby. That was money, okay? 240 all the way up to, what was that, 359, okay? A beautiful, beautiful move there, right above that 30 EMA. That was a prime time setup. And look where we're trying to bounce at right now. We're trying to bounce right on our 9 EMA, okay? That weekly moving average we were talking about at the beginning of the video. Okay, beautiful, beautiful setup here. Stop loss on the trade is going to be 325. You can see the stochastics down here at 0. All we're missing is a green dot, but if we break out over, I'm going to say 350 on Monday, this thing's going straight up here to 400 bucks. Okay, 380, 400 bucks. So Tesla's looking really, really good. Use that stop loss on a trade at about 325 on Tesla. I really, really like that setup. Here's CLSK, another crypto miner. Okay, this one's also going to deeply depend on how crypto does, but again, guys, crypto's looking really, really good. We'll get to some more crypto charts here in just a second. But if Bitcoin goes, right, these Bitcoin miners like CLSK, Wolf, I don't know if they do the mining, but Wolf is definitely a cryptocurrency stock. I'm not sure what it is or what it does, but I know they are involved with blockchain and Bitcoin. So that one, CLSK, RIOT, we're going to look at next. But here's another prime time setup here. We got the green candle on CLSK. We can expect a green dot on the monthly here come Monday. Again, either the candle or the dot on the monthly chart has to be green, guys. It has to be green. If it is, we're in here on the daily. Okay, look what happened here. Pumped it up. We broke out over our 30 EMA, that blue line on our chart. What happened? It sold off into it. This was a great setup right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of pulling back here on CLSK. Pulled back to 1038. Okay, and what did it do? It did the rippity-dippity. Okay, all the way up, 71% move there on CLSK. Okay, off the green dot there on the 6th. 1050, 70% move right there. What did we do? We pulled right back into what? Into that moving average. Beautiful pullback, okay? You guys should have been buying this one around 1280 or so, okay? And it's just chopping around right now. But you got that green dot there on Monday. You can see the stochastic RSI is near 0, okay? And it's getting ready to go, okay? So stop loss on this trade, okay, is going to be right there below that 30 EMA at about 13. So you're risking about $1.35 on that, so don't go too heavy on it. And they got earnings actually coming up too on Monday. So actually that's going to be a crapshoot. If they beat on their earnings though, they could definitely fly. But I don't know about this one. Okay, I never like to hold into earnings just because, right, when they miss, if they miss, it could get ugly. Okay, if they miss their earnings, it could get ugly. So if you're going to play that, you need to use a stop loss at 13. But again, they got earnings on Monday. So let's watch that one Monday. Let's just see how they report. Let's just see what happens. If they report and they miss big and they sell off down here to 10, down to our green line on our Bollinger Bands, that is also a good place to enter on. Okay, that is also a good place to enter. When we come back down, you can see into that green line, boom. Into that green line, boom. If that happens, if you can pick this thing up at 10 off a sell-off, great. But if they beat their earnings, they could go parabolic. Okay, so set a tight stop loss on that, but I don't buy names into earnings. I just don't do it. Okay, I don't do it. We got RIOT blockchain also. Same thing. What did we have? We have this big breakout above our 30 EMA. We pulled back into it. Boom. There was your entry right there on the 5th off of that doji candle. These doji candles are very, very important to understand, guys. This is a reversal candle. Okay, this candle right here is just as good as a daily green dot. So if you see one of these just above the 30 EMA like this, that's a great place to enter, okay? And you can see the green dot followed it. Boom. This thing ripped up from 9 all the way up to 16. That was another massive, massive move there. Okay, I'm talking about a 60, 70% move there as well. Okay, we topped out. Okay, stochastic got up here. The light blue line got up close to that white dotted line. Didn't quite hit it. Okay, but we got very, very extended off the 9 EMA, hit 16, sold off into what? Back into our EMA here, back into the 30-day moving average. And what are we doing? We're consolidating right on top of it. So I got a stop loss on this one right there at $11. You got the green dot there on Friday that was called out over in the Discord. This thing looks good as well. Okay, if Bitcoin decides to break 100K, this thing should go absolute bananas. You could set an even tighter stop loss at 1165. This is RIOT blockchain. And RLBX, this is actually my favorite setup of the week. I called this one out on TikTok and Twitter today. Okay, looking very, very good here. Okay, the 29th, Friday, we got the green dot. Once again, okay, we checked the monthly. Okay, if the monthly's green and trending up, hey, we're playing ball, baby. We're in the game. Okay, we're looking for that setup. We're looking for that daily setup, right? The monthly's trending up, so let's get into the daily. What did we have? We had a big earnings beat. They crushed their earnings. Crushed their earnings. Price just absolutely went parabolic. What did it do? It pulled back into what, guys? Into our 30-day moving average. The blue line on our trading indicator. Okay? We want to buy as close to that mean, okay, that average price as possible. Okay? Beautiful pullback. Right into it, baby. Right into it. Okay? And what do we got on Friday? We got a green dot buy signal right there on the 29th, okay? $47.90 is going to be your stop loss. Right here, the risk to reward ratio is 4%. If you go up to the red line, 16%. So that's a 4-to-1 trade on Roblox. That is my favorite setup right now out of all the names that we've covered. I really, really, really like Roblox, okay? Really like Roblox here into that 30 EMA. I think this one could absolutely break out big on next week. So again, we know that we're wrong if we break down below that moving average. If we break down 47.90, okay, we're wrong, guys. We got to sell. We got to take our losses, and we got to go find the next trade. Nothing is 100%. No trading strategy. Nothing is 100%. But I'm confident that if you use all these rules that I'm teaching you today, guys, okay, all these rules I'm talking about here, okay, including the moving average, okay, buying into the moving average, I think this strategy is 80 to 85% accurate. 80 to 85%, meaning you're going to win 8 out of 10 times when you use it. And when you lose, okay, you got to lose fast, meaning I'm only going to lose 4% if I'm wrong on roadblocks here. Okay, I'm only going to lose 4%. But if I'm right, I'm going to make 16. Okay, so that's a 4-to-1 trade. So that's just kind of how you guys got to approach trading. I mean, that's just, it's mathematics. It's really probabilities and mathematics. Okay, if I can line up all these things, the green dot on the monthly chart, green candle on the monthly, we're trending up on the month-to-month. Okay, we're looking good. Now we look at the daily. Okay, we're not buying up here. Okay, we're not buying up in this area at 54, 55. Okay, because where's the wave? The wave's way up here. The stochastic's way up here. We want that thing back down here on the ground. We want the green dot with the stochastic RSI on the ground bouncing on that moving average, folks. That is what we are looking for. Those are the setups we're looking for. We need the macro, the monthly signal, the monthly direction to be in our favor. Then we are zooming into the smaller time frame, which is the daily, and we are looking for this kind of a pullback into our moving average. We want to buy the bounces off of the moving average. You guys saw RIOT. Where did it do? It bounced off it. It bounced off it. What did CLSK do? It bounced off it. It bounced off it. Okay? Because the truth is, guys, that these markets, 75% of the trading done on the markets every day is by algorithms and machines. So they have these like pre-filled setups that's like, okay, every time we bounce on every time we touch the 30-day EMA, when we are above it, okay, I want you to buy it. I want you to buy it every time it hits that. Okay, and that's just the machine. That's AI that is doing that. Okay, and that same process can be duplicated with our strategy here. I just don't have the know-how or the tools to actually get that completely set up. I'm actually working with on somebody with it right now, setting up some type of a trading AI for it, but I think we're months and months, like maybe years out from perfecting it, because I'm going to test. But just understand that 75% of the trading done every day is literally machines and algorithms like buying. Like, for example, we could set up an AI machine, a trading bot that would buy every one of these red and green dots if we wanted to. Okay, you can do it. If you're a coder and you know how to do it, you can do it right now. I'm personally not a coder. I don't have any knowledge in that area. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to understand. And, you know, if I were to release something like that, it'd probably be a year, 2 years down the road. Okay, so understand that, guys. It's probability. Again, think like a machine. Think like an algorithm. Okay, where do they set their parameters to buy? I think they have parameters set up to buy off of the 30-day moving average. Okay, I truly think that, because that is a very, very important moving average. And it makes sense because, again, it's the average price over the month. If we're focused on a monthly candle, okay, we're trading the monthly candle. We want to trade it as it fluctuates. It makes sense to buy it when it comes back down and hits the moving average, right? The average price over the last 30 days. We don't want to buy when it's extended up off the moving average, right? We don't want to buy things at a premium of 16% here because, again, that's where the sheep are buying. That's where retail and the people that don't have an understanding of how these markets work, like all these people piling into XRP right now at $1.90, like, yeah, it might pay off 5 years down the road, but there is going to be a dip, guys. There's going to be a liquidation dip where it's going to flush a lot of people out. All these people that are just now getting in. They should have been buying down here at 50 cents like we were. Okay, they'd be up 400%, but instead they're buying when the asset has already ran 400% in the last 4 weeks, right? They're sheep to the slaughter. So we want to buy, we want to focus on buying as close to our moving averages as possible. Okay? Let's check Amazon. Amazon we called out last week. Again, we got the monthly dot. November 1st, that came. What did we see? We saw this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bar pullback into what? Into the moving average, pull back 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 into the moving average. Okay, this one's still looking really good. Amazon's still a definite hold here. Okay, we're looking for that stochastic to top out just like it did right here back on the 7th. Okay, right around this area is where we want to be selling when the wave, the stochastic RSI, that light blue line is all up here. Okay, I think we're going to come up here and hit probably around 220. 220 is going to be my target. You got the holiday season coming up for Amazon. right? That's probably their best, most profitable time of the year. They're probably buying their stock back as they're making money. Amazon's still very, very strong. Okay, very, very, very strong. And hopefully you were entering right here in this area. On it, I put the stop loss at 199 on Amazon, but that one is still a hold, still looking good. If you can get a pullback on the hourly chart on Amazon, right? If we come back, if they pull it back to like 200, boom, you can get an opportunity. But I think this one's just going straight up, guys. Okay, that was a perfect prime time setup. We called this one out last week too. If you guys aren't in the Discord, it's literally $4 a month. Okay, you could see all the setups. Okay, I call out all these setups over here in the Discord. Called QNT out last night. Called CRO out last night. Got Dogecoin. Got this Roblox trade. You guys can see all these trades. I call them out when I see them. Okay, you guys can see them and you could take them. You could do your own due diligence. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I got a disclaimer right here you guys can read. But again, I'm just here to share information. I'm here to gather information. Okay, I get just as much information from you guys as you guys get from me. It's a collaborative, right? A collective genius that we got going over here. And we got about 600 members over here inside the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and drop my watch list over here as well in the Discord after this video. I'll drop the green list, the blue list, and the red list over there so you guys can check those out. I'll drop this same watch list so you guys can go review them and check out these charts as well. But again, it's all about the collective genius between all of us, guys. It's not fun when you win by yourself, but when you win with other people and you see other people winning, it makes you feel good. Okay, I'm here to educate, I'm here to share information, and I'm also here to gather information from you guys. I've gotten a ton of setups from you guys in the Discord, and I love it because we got people over there who are actually learning these methods and learning these strategies and sharing the setups. I'm only one set of eyes, right? But we got 600 people over here sharing, right, sharing information all day long, okay? So we got 600 pairs of eyes looking for these setups, and when we see them, we call them out, okay? And that's the goal. Collective genius. Think of us as like an investment fund, right? A hedge fund. We're our own little hedge fund. And maybe one day we open a hedge fund. Who knows? We'll be like the Wolf of Wall Street all over again. We're going to have an overkill party one day, folks. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to have a meetup one of these days. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen sometime. Sometime soon. Okay, so Amazon's still a hold. This one, again, perfect, beautiful setup here into the 30-day EMA. We got Lyft here. Lyft had a green dot on the monthly candle. We called that out. This one looks like it could break out as well. It did get a red dot there on, that was Friday, printing there. So that's going to have a tight stop loss right there at 17 if you're in it. Okay, if it sells off, come buy it back down here at 16 near that moving average. But I actually like this one as well. The monthly chart just looks extremely bullish. We're going to watch this one on Monday and see where that one opens up. I'm going to put that one underneath Roblox there. If I can get that one, if we can get that one back down here at around 16, that would be a great entry, okay, closer to that EMA. But right now it's using that 9 EMA, that orange line as support. So it's right into that right now. So again, I'd encourage you guys to use a tight stop loss. Put it just below 17 at like 1690 for a stop loss on this. But I think this one, based on the monthly chart, could have a big parabolic move. Okay, that one's looking really good there with the green dot on Lyft. What else we got? We got X. This one was called out on Friday as well. Okay, we had a big move up. Okay, X, this is United States Steel Corporation. We called this one out at the beginning of the month, green dot on the monthly, so we're in here on the daily chart now. Okay, what did we see? Boom, big sell-off. Okay, we called this sell-off out on the 19th. We've been watching this one ever since 36 bucks. It pumped up, hit our red line, sold off into the 30 EMA, and started pumping. I believe we called the green dot out there on Wednesday. Okay, I really like this one. Stop loss on the trade. That one's still going to be a hold. It's going to be 38.97. I look to take some profits off when that stochastic RSI, that light blue line, comes up here and touches our white dotted line. Okay, that could be next week. So I'd look for a target of around 44 to 45 on this. But I think that one's going to have a pretty nice move next week. Okay, that's the stochastic RSI. When that gets up there, that's when I'd look to take some profits. And then, you know, either that or a red dot comes. But I think this one's just pointing straight up. I think that one's definitely going to go up there and hit 44 in the next couple of weeks. X looks good. And again, that's bullish also because Donald Trump is now president of the United States. He's trying to bring manufacturing back. He's trying to bring, you know, jobs and stuff back. So he wants to use United States companies to make materials and not buy them from China, which is bullish for those manufacturing type companies in the United States like X, which is United States Steel Corporation. Here's XRP. Okay, everyone wants to talk about XRP. Again, we called this dot out here in August, guys. We've been holding ever since 50 cents. I obviously sold way too freaking early, but I made $20,000, so I'm literally not mad at all about it. You can see this one is using the 9 EMA as its support. I would not be buying right now up here at 190. I would want to buy a pullback into that orange line. Okay, I'd want to buy, so that's probably going to be around 150, 160. I would love to buy a pullback into 160. That's where I'd be looking to buy it, but right now, I mean, as we're sitting right here, 190, we're currently sitting at a 20% premium off the weekly moving average and about 50% off of the 30-day moving average. So that tells me, right, that we're up in this area. And if this thing goes to $100, guys, and I miss it, I don't care. Because, again, I have a strategy that I follow, right? We use a strategy here, okay? And we use it consistently. We win more than we lose using this strategy. Okay, buying and holding and going diamond hands like everybody did on GME, that's not a strategy in my opinion, because eventually it's going to top out and they're going to get caught holding the bag and they'll never sell and they'll watch all their gains go away. So if you want to buy XRP, buy it into the orange line. Okay, and if that orange line breaks, then buy it into this blue line. I'm going to buy the first pullback we get into the blue line, okay? Because it hasn't even pulled back into that thing yet. So that's currently sitting at $1 right now. If XRP pulled back to $1, right, I would buy the crap out of it. But it's not going to happen anytime soon, probably in the next week or two. Okay, it'll probably happen months down the road. Okay, it might be 1, 2, 3 months that it happens. But it will happen because corrections always happen. There's always profit taken. So I think 160 currently is going to be the level to look to buy if you guys want to continue to play this continuation. But again, if it breaks that orange line, if it breaks that moving average, you can see it tapped it right there perfectly at 127. Boom. Rip. Okay, so watch for it to come down. Again, we're sitting 20% off the weekly moving average right now. So again, I am not buying up here. I'm not buying in this area, guys. Greed is in this area. Okay, I stay away from greed. I want to buy after a big dip. I don't get emotionally attached to these names. I don't care about them. Okay, obviously I care about the fundamentals a little bit, but the technicals are the most important thing to me. I have to ask myself, am I getting a good deal technically on the chart here? Am I technically getting a good dot? Is it a good entry? Is it into the moving average? Is it into the moving average? No, it's not. So I'm not going to come here and chase it. Okay, I'm not saying this thing can't go to $2 or $3 this week. It very, very likely could. Okay, when that stochastic RSI gets back up here to the white dotted line, if I was you, I would definitely be taking some off the table. Okay, and that could happen at $2.50. It could happen at $3. I don't know. I don't predict the future. But if you're holding this name, okay, if you got in right here at 150, 148, right into that moving average off the green dot, okay, I'd hold it until the stochastic RSI, the light blue line, comes back up here and touches the white dotted line. When that happens, I would look to take profits because this thing has ran 400% in the last, I don't even know how long, okay, in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, up 100% every week. Okay, congratulations. 300%. Okay, not 400%, 300%. So wait for a pullback on XRP. Buy it into the orange line, the 9 EMA, or the blue line. If we can get into the blue line, okay, I'm going to say bet the farm. Okay, bet the farm. Okay, but we're not there. So not even considering it. Just looking for a pullback on that one. But sitting at 190 right now, wow. Okay, that one did the rippity dippity. Here's JetBlue. This is JetBlue Airlines Corporation. This is a stock. Okay, the current level on this one's going to be 581. Okay, nice big sell-off here into our green line. This one's trending below the 30-day EMA, so it's not my favorite trade. But what I am looking at is this blue wave way down here, just like it was right back here on November 6th. That came at 575. It went all the way up to 745. I believe we called this doji candle out right here, and some of you guys in the Discord capitalized on that. You should have been taking profits up here in this area at around 7. It's sold off again. It's currently making a higher low. If you guys don't know what a higher low is, that is where we sell off, and then we pump up, and then we sell off again, but we bounce at a higher level. So we bounced right here at 553, and we're bouncing now at 575. So you're going to want to make sure that 575, just call it 570 holds, but I'm looking at that stochastic RSI. That's sitting at 0. The blue wave is way down here. This one looks good. I would wait for the green dot on JBlue this week, but this one could set up very, very nicely. Here's Rivian. Rivian is one that actually has a red on the Hikashi, but if you look at the normal candles, So I see some of you guys asking about this. You guys are asking, hey, why do my candles look different? That's because I switch back and forth between the normal candles and the Hikinashi candles. So you can see right here, candles, okay, I use the candles, so I put the star there. I hit that star to add it to my favorites. That's what allows it to pop up right here. And I also put the star on the Hikinashis right here. Okay, so I have those two, and I will go back and forth between them. If I were to choose to use one, I would use the Hikinashis. Okay, the Hikinashi candles. Those ones pair the best with the indicator. But I do like to take a look sometimes at the normal candles just to see what the candle looks like. And you can see there's a green one there on the monthly, and this one had a big breakout. That was last week. So this thing moved about 30% last week. So when something pumps up like this, we are looking for a pullback. So I'm going to want to buy Rivian into our orange line, which is going to be sitting right there at around 11.29. So I'd be looking for a sell-off here on the hourly chart come Monday. Okay, if I get that, I could look to take a position. Okay, depending on where it comes. Okay, I'm not buying right now because look how far we are off of the moving average, right? Off of the mean. Okay, you take a look here. Sitting right where we are right now, that's an 8% premium off the 9 and a 13% premium off the 30. So again, don't want to buy things at premiums. I want to buy it right at those lines. Okay, I want to buy it right at the mean. Okay, and the weekly chart looks really, really bullish here too. Okay, so the weekly's breaking out. The monthly isn't green on the Hikinashi yet, but it is green on the normal candle. So I think Rivian could have a big, big move here over the next few days. So watch for that thing to break out over 13. If it could break that resistance, that thing should absolutely fly. We're keeping an eye on Rivian this week. UPS. This one's been pretty disappointing. Okay, we called this green dot out last month. But again, it is the holiday season. These guys are going to be delivering a lot of packages. It's sitting right on its 9 EMA right now, just above the 30. So I'd use a stop loss on this one. I put it right there at like 133. I still think this has some power. I think it has an opportunity. You can see the weekly chart is giving you the green dot there on UPS. I think this one has. I think this one will break out this week. Okay, and if it breaks down below 130, call it 133.80, sell it. But I think this one will be higher by the end of the week. Look for this thing to hit 145, where we hit right back here. Okay, they beat their earnings again. Holiday season coming up. They're delivering a lot of packages. They're making a lot of money. Okay, I like UPS as well. Here's MSTR, Mr. Sailor. We got INJ with a daily alert here live. Okay, again, the dot's coming way up here right now. Look how far we are off the moving average. This isn't a great daily dot to enter on. Okay, not a great daily dot to enter on. Okay, we want to buy the daily dots bouncing off the moving averages. We're sitting at a little bit of a premium here on INJ, and we're up. How many days in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. We want that pullback, guys. We want that pullback of at least 3 candles, okay? At least 3 candles. I personally like 4, but there needs to be a minimum of 3. So I'd like to buy INJ right there at 28. That one's sitting too far off of the average. Let's go back here to MSTR. MSTR has gone absolutely parabolic. Okay, I don't know what Michael Saylor's doing. Some people tell me he's running a pyramid scheme. I don't understand it. So normally I just don't trade things that I don't understand. But the chart is extremely bullish. Okay, we could take advantage of the volatility for sure. And you could see the stochastic is back down here on the floor. It's sitting right on its 9 EMA at the moment. So the stop loss on MSTR is going to be 360. 360 on the stop loss. Watch for a green dot come Monday. If it breaks over 417, this thing could absolutely fly. I would definitely set a stop loss right there at 360. Okay, and again, we're trying to bounce here off of that 9 EMA, that orange line. We're sitting right on it. Okay, if that breaks, we'll probably come back down here to 300, 310. Okay, and that'd be a place to enter. So watch for the green dot on MSTR. That's going to be an interesting one as well to keep your eye on. Here's CrowdStrike. This is I believe they are a cybersecurity company. Okay, and they got the green dot on the monthly chart. So what are we doing? We're in here on the daily chart. We're looking for pullbacks into our moving averages. This thing has started to pull back. You can see the stochastic RSI, the light blue line, is getting near 0. I would love to buy this thing right here around 330. That's what I'm going to be looking for. That setup, I'm going to put that one there at number 3 right below lift. Roblox is still my number 1 trade. Obviously, I'm holding Snap and Link, so I can't really put those at the top because I'm not looking for positions, but I really like Roblox, Lyft, and CrowdStrike. Tesla also looks good if you're playing If you're playing 325 as a stop loss here, stochastics on the floor. You got a nice green candle there bouncing on the 9 EMA. That looks really bullish as well. Let's go back here to, what were we on? CrowdStrike. So what are we looking for? We're looking for that pullback to finish on that blue line. So that could come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know. But it's going to pull back, and I'm hoping that it comes right down here and bounces just like it did right here. Boom. It bounced. It bounced. It did the rippy. Okay. Bounced on the 9, did the rippy. Okay. Wait for that bounce, then wait for that first green candle or the green dot, and then buy it. But I think this one's going to set up really nicely into that moving average right there at around 320. And again, they already had their earnings, and it looks like they made money. So would love to see a sell-off into the blue line here come this week. We're getting close here, folks. We got a few more names, and the next video will be dropping next week. I believe I'm going to start doing the chart request videos on Wednesday. So if you guys have chart requests, if I did not cover your name today, come over here to the Discord, drop it in the chart requests thread, and I will cover it on Wednesday's video. Okay, we'll be answering all your guys' chart requests over here. Just drop them right here, and I will go over them on Wednesday. This is the Overkill watch list. These are the names I want you guys to be paying attention to this week because I believe they have potential setups that could benefit us over the next week or two. And again, I have about 200 stocks, 200 names that I follow, and I believe these names are the best ones on the list this week. I have a really good video over here. I have a whole trading course. It's completely free. If you guys are new, you guys can go over there and watch that. The link is in the description and pinned in the comment section below. But there's a video over here. I'd recommend watching all these videos if you're new or if you want to get some more insight. But this one right here, how to set up effective trade watch lists, a beginner's guide. Okay, that goes over how I formulate my red list, my blue list, and my green list. It's a really good video for you guys to understand so you guys can kind of get the gist of how I'm scanning through these every week and how I stay organized and I'm making sure I'm paying attention to the right things. So Pepe is another cryptocurrency here. Again, we got the monthly candle, just freaking bright green here, and it's had a pullback, right? Big pullback, and we're bouncing right on our what? Right on our 9 EMA. I got a stop loss on this one right there at 0.000018. That one had the green dot show up yesterday, Friday. It's sitting right around the same exact price. My target on this is going to be up here at about 0.0026. That would put us right into our red line there. Okay, that'd be a great trade. Again, looking to take profits when the stochastic RSI, the light blue line, comes back up here and touches this white dotted line. Okay, and we're bouncing right on the 9 EMA right now. This thing could absolutely explode here. Okay, that one's looking really good. Pepe. Again, the stop loss would be right there at the bottom of this green candle right here. Okay, boom. Put it right there at the bottom of the first green candle. Okay, beautiful, beautiful looking setup there. We got ICP popping off here. Okay, that one also gave us the monthly this month. Okay, big volume candle too here on ICP. I think this one could be a big winner here in the coming bull run. Again, where do we sell off into? Right at the 9 EMA. Again, the market is very, very bullish, guys, when we are trending above the 9 EMA. Okay, if we're bouncing off that line, we're in an extremely bullish market. Okay, extremely bullish market. And you're seeing that right here. ICP is sitting at a little bit of a premium for me right now. It's about a 10% premium. So if you're going to trade that one, I'd use a stop loss right there at about 1120 on this. You got the green dot here today, but again, the stochastic RSI is way up here. So this is a big, big momentum play here. I put that stop loss at 1120. Maybe even move it up a little higher to limit your risk to about 1150. But this thing could fly here. Okay, let's look at the weekly. And the weekly's just pointing straight up as well. So watch for a big move on ICP this week. Put that stop loss. I mean, you don't want to get stopped out by the market makers. So I put it right there just below that 9 EMA at about 1122 for ICP. But I really, really like the monthly chart. Okay, big fat green candle with volume and a dot. Okay, that one looks good over the coming months. Again, I want to buy it every time it comes back and hits our moving average, either the 9 or even better, the 30 EMA, just like it did right there. Boom, at $8 all the way up to 20 now. That one's looking really good. We got Ada Cardano, also big fat green candle. Look at the volume on that thing. Just insane. Biggest volume candle it's ever seen on Coinbase there. And again, it's just using our 9 EMA as support right now. So it's bouncing on that orange line. So I just set the stop loss right there at about 96 cents and let that thing ride. That one has a green dot showing up here today. Set your stop loss right there at 96. Super, we called this one out over here on Wednesday. That was about $1.27. I saw some of you guys got in. You guys are taking advantage of some profits here. That's great. Keep moving that stop loss up though now. Now put it at 129, right? Your stochastic RSI is now up here into the white dotted line, so that's something to keep in mind here. I think you're up around 10 to 15% off of that. And let's see if we get some continuation on this. It's been consolidating in this area for a long time. We want to see a big breakout on this. If it could break out over 159, I think that thing's going to absolutely fly. So watch for that this week. I'd look to sell this one on a red dot, a daily red dot on Super. Again, the monthly is pointing straight up, looking like it wants to break out. The weekly chart looks a little toppy, so that's something to keep in mind. Just use that stop loss on Super at 129. Not a bad place to maybe reduce your position a little bit here. You could sell 25%, 50%, and let the rest ride. I do think there are a few other setups that look a little better at this time. But let's see what this thing does this week. Okay, 129 is your stop loss on Super. Here's Bitcoin. We kind of already covered it. Again, it's using that 9 EMA as its support level at the moment. Looks super, super bullish. Again, as long as we're trending above that 9 EMA, we are extremely bullish. You can see it broke down there, but got sucked right back up by the buyers. Okay, our stop loss level is going to be 94. Again, we called the monthly dot out on this at the beginning of the month on November 1st at 67,000. So you're already up from our original buy, like, I don't even know how much, like 30, 40%. I mean, if you got in right there, off the bounce, off the 30 EMA on the doji there, okay, you're up 40, 45% all the way to the top. But this thing looks like it has some more juice in it. So I'm looking for, like I said, about a 110 Bitcoin here. I'd look to sell when the stochastic RSI gets closer to that white dotted line, or we get a red dot. Make sure you use the stop loss at 94 on Bitcoin. That one looks like it wants to do some continuation here this week. Solana's lagging. It doesn't have its green dot yet. Trying to keep going here. It's kind of struggling. Okay, volume is very, very light at the moment. I'd look for this one to come back up here and touch maybe 375. Again, it's just trending right on that 9 EMA here. Very, very important that you set that stop loss right there at 230 if you're holding on to this one. Let's watch for a green dot either today or tomorrow. We really need some volume, though. Okay, looks like the buyers are starting to run out of juice here. So 230 is the stop loss on Sol. Watching for the green dot this week. MNMD. This is Mind Medicine. I believe they are a psychedelic medicine company. They do like magic mushrooms and stuff like that to help with mental disorders and things like that. I'm not really too much of a believer in that kind of stuff, but it's new and it's trending. So again, very, very strong looking trend. We got the green dot, or no green dot, but we got a nice green candle with volume. And look at that, they crushed their earnings. So again, the daily drop back in here to the moving average there at 670. It's sitting a little bit off it right now, so you want to keep moving your stop loss up. I put the stop loss right now at 779. If you played that trade again, I would have been entering right here on this doji candle. Okay, into that moving average. It's already up quite a bit. So keep inching that stop loss up. I would love to see a pullback on this one. Look for the hourly. You can see the hourly's already pulling back. So I'm going to put a stop loss on that one at 775. Right, the opportunity, the real good opportunity to buy was into that moving average, though. Near that mean, you're currently sitting a little bit off it right now. I believe you're like 10% off of it currently. So watch for some continuation on this name. Again, looks very, very bullish. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's going to be a green dot here on Monday because we'll have new monthly candles at that time. That will get called out over here inside the alert section of the Discord. SUI, kind of just hanging out as well, right? Descending volume. Okay, I called this one out the other day on Wednesday when we got the dot. Okay, it's just descending volume. Okay, I don't like that. So, again, the trade was right there at 325 was the stop loss on this one. Okay, but it is green. It is still trending up. The monthly chart is still green, still trending up. Okay, looking for a bounce up into our red line at around 436. The last dot is still green. So, again, we're not looking to sell till we get a red dot. Or till the stochastic RSI, that light blue line, hits 100. Hits that white dotted line just like it did up in this area. Okay, this is when we want to be taking profits. That's when we want to be selling. As long as the last dot is green, we remain bullish on the name. Again, if this thing breaks down below I'm going to say 325, you're going to see a red dot. So I just put a stop loss right there. If you're on the trade, you guys just don't freak out about it. if it holds 325, it's still bullish. We're still bullish. There's nothing to worry about. Okay? If it breaks 325, take your losses and go find the next trade. Okay, and that 30 EMA is sitting right there at 3, but we'll see if that thing holds 325. We're watching that one this week as well. Airbnb is now bouncing. It's sitting right on that 30 EMA right there. Let's look at the hourly. Okay, nice sell-off there on the hourly chart. 325 needs to hold on this one. Again, the last candle is green here, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of selling off. This is Airbnb. Okay, and we got that green candle right there. 130 is the monthly support. Okay, right down there. So watching this one for some continuation. Watch that one to gap up on Monday. 135 is going to be the stop, but you can see it's sitting right on that line right there. Volume on this one's pretty light as well. This one's actually not my favorite stock this week because the stochastic RSI is so far up here. Again, I want to buy when that stochastic's down here at 0. Okay, green dot entry was right there at on November 21st. So I'm actually going to take that one off. I'm not a big fan of that again. We should have been entering down here in this area. Dogecoin or Dogecoin. Okay, I might get canceled on TikTok for calling it Dogecoin. But again, another name that we called out in October. We called this one out around 12 cents. It's sitting at 42 cents now. Once again, buying into the moving average. Right now, it's just gliding on that 9 EMA, guys. I think we're going to get a really big move this week in crypto. Okay, I think we're going to see a really big continuation to the upside just based on how these bigger charts are looking, like Bitcoin, Doge, XRP's already just mooning. XLM, I believe, is on this list as well that we're going to take a look at. CRO dot also sitting at $9 right now. Looking good. We got the green dot yesterday on Doge. It's sitting at right around the same price. So if you're playing that, go ahead and set your stop loss at $39 on this one. Okay, I'd look for 50 cents for the target. Okay, 50 cents for the target on Doge. And just watch for some continuation. Again, holding as long as the last dot is green. Looking for that stochastic RSI to top out just like it did back here in November. Right up here at 43, 45 cents. Okay, take your profits right there. Go find another trade. But that one looks like it wants some continuation. If that thing breaks out over 50 cents, we're going to absolutely moon on Doge. Okay, and once again, we were buying this thing. We called this out. It's my pinned video on TikTok. We called it out right here at 15 cents, right here on the 5th of November. Boom. Ripped it, dude. Okay, that's pinned to my TikTok if you guys want to see that. Okay, this strategy is for real, folks. It's for real. It's not a joke. Okay, it works. Okay, I'm not saying it's 100%, but it is 80 to 85% accurate. I will go out on that shield. Okay. Here's QNT. This is a name we called out yesterday. Again, if you guys are a part of the Discord, you could see these trades. I called this one out yesterday, though, at $94. I said, hey, your stop loss on this. I know we don't got a green dot yet, but it is looking like it wants to reverse. All right, we got a couple doji candles. $90 was our stop loss. That was just the bottom of those red candles right there. You can see on the chart. Okay, we get that doji candle. Like I said, if you get a doji candle on the daily, it's just as bullish as a dot. Okay, and that dot actually did appear for a second. Yeah, we got it right there in the morning at 8:14 this morning, but it looks like it disappeared. It was up here at about $1.03, but that thing looks like it wants to continue as well. So I'd actually move my stop loss up to around 93 now. You're risking about $6 to the downside on this one. And I think that dot will come back on the chart here by the end of the day. If not today, tomorrow you should see that. I still like QNT a lot. I think that one does have some continuation in it. The weekly chart still pointing straight up. Monthly chart pointing straight up with a dot. Again, just playing the levels here, folks. Looking at the moving average, seeing how far we are away from it. We're still kind of sitting near it. So if this thing's going to bounce, it's going to bounce off that orange line like it always does. I just put your stop loss at 92. 92 on QNT. I like that one. Here's Stellar Loomis. This is XLM. Okay, look at that big fat candle right there, dude. Insane. Another name we called out at the beginning of the month, November 1st. Okay, and all the receipts to this, guys, I know I'm saying I called this out, all the receipts are over here. You guys want to see the dot that was called out on XLM? Come back over here to the alerts tab and scroll all the way to the first. Okay, where was it? The first was right here. XOM. There was Solana called out in October. XRP right here on the 4th. Where was XLM at? Hold on. Alerts. Huh. I don't know why that would not be over here. I look like an idiot right now. Okay, but I guarantee it's over here somewhere. It should have been showing up right there on the 1st. We got XRPs right there. Oh, it's because it was probably on the 31st. XLM, XLM, XLM. Huh. All the way to my telly, go on my belly. Oh, hold on. There was XLM called out on the 29th of October. XLM was called out on the 29th of October. Again, all the alerts are called out over here, guys. In the Discord. There it was. Okay, it was on the 7th. It was on the 7th. The monthly dot came on the 7th. Okay, but you saw the daily one before that was called out on like the 29th. Okay, which was like right here again at like 9 cents. So you're already up 800% if you sold the top. Again, and we're sitting pretty far off the weekly moving average right here. So that's just something to keep in mind, right? Right now you're sitting off the weekly moving average. You're about 13% off of that. And then you're about 53% off of the 30-day moving average. Again, I'm not saying this thing can't continue. But if you are in this name, I would just keep creeping my stop loss up. I put it right there at 50 cents. Make sure that holds. I want to buy it into the orange line or into the blue line. We're looking for a pullback on that. The stochastics down here on the floor, it could definitely have some continuation in this. This is one of the strongest charts I've ever seen. It's obviously up 800% in the last 3 weeks. So, I mean, the real stop loss, I would say, is probably going to be right here. Call it 45 cents on XLM. Watch for a green dot here by the end of the day or tomorrow to see if that thing has some continuation in it. Personally, I'd like to see it cool off a bit. If it can come back down to the moving average, I'd put it at 24 cents. I know that sounds crazy right now, but if that happened, I would absolutely bet the farm on the name. And again, it's just sitting at a little bit too much of a premium right now for me. So I'm going to keep this on my watch list, though, and I want to look for pullbacks on it. If you're in it, again, use that stop loss probably right there at $45, $46. Okay? You don't want it to break this 9 EMA. You do not want it to break it. That was a great time to buy right there at 41, but up here you're just buying it at a premium. So as traders, we don't want to buy stuff at a premium. CRO, on the other hand, looks fantastic. Okay, this is actually probably my top crypto play today. I'm going to put this right up here with Roblox. So Roblox and CRO are my 2 favorite plays. CRO being the crypto play and Roblox being the stock play for this week. Okay, CRO looks fantastic. Okay, you're looking at a green dot here today on the 30th. I got a stop loss on this one at 17. Just call it 17 cents. 17 cents is your stop loss. Okay, and I'd be looking to sell when the stochastic RSI, the light blue line, comes back up here and hits the white dotted line. CRO looks really, really, really good here. Looks like it wants to absolutely explode. It's very, very bullish on the monthly, and it's pulling back, consolidating right there on our 9 EMA. I'm actually probably going to buy this name here today. And again, I'll just use a stop loss at 17 cents just in case I'm wrong. But just by the way this looks, right, we got our 4-candle pullback, green candle, green dot. I don't see anything holding this thing back from hitting 24 here on CRO. That looks really, really good. And then last but not least, we got DOT. DOT sitting at a little bit of a premium, though, but it's grinding up here. Stop loss on this trade is going to be 8. It did get the monthly dot called out this week, so this is another one that looks really, really bullish on the monthly. Again, big volume candle there. You want to pay attention to the volume, which is down here. When you see a big candle like that, that is what is called smart money coming in to the asset, and that looks really, really good. And that is it for the watch list, guys. That is it. If we can get this video to 150 likes, I'll give away 100 XLM. Or no, not 100 XLM. Sorry, 100 XRP. I will give away 100 XRP if we get this video to 150 likes. If you guys are still watching, smash that freaking like. I hope you guys got some value out of this. We will be back Wednesday for the chart requests over here. If you guys got chart requests throughout the week, just drop them in here and I will cover those on Wednesday. Let me go ahead and drop these watch lists over here for you guys. I'll start with the green list here. So I'll share. Let me start with the red list. So I'll share the red list. So I'll explain what these lists are here. So this is 11-30 red list. Looking for a monthly green dot. Okay. So those are all names that I follow that just have red dots on the monthly. The blue list, on the other hand, is these names all have monthly green dots. So the blue list, these names either have a green dot or a green monthly candle, but they are just too overdone on the upside, right? Their waves are too far up here on the daily. So I want them to sell off more, okay? So again, they have the green confirmation on the monthly, which means they're bullish on a monthly time frame. But what I'm looking for is the daily pullbacks into our moving averages like we talked about, ideally into the 30 EMA. So like net, I would want this one to sell off down here into like 93. I'm actually going to put this one on the green list this week because I want to watch it. So I'd look for the stochastic RSI on these names, the light blue line to pull back in here to 0 and hit near the moving average that we're trying to play, right? In this case, it would be the 30 because that is where this one is bouncing, okay? Bounce there, bounce there. I would love this thing to come back down and bounce around 93 where it's sitting right now. It could actually bounce right here on the 9, but I'd like to buy it into the 30. So if it's on the blue list, okay, it has the monthly green dot, but we're looking for a pullback. Okay, we're looking for the stochastic to come back down here. We're looking for our four bar pullback. We're looking for it to come back down here into the 30. So I might scan this list every day. Okay, I might scan this list every day, and I'd just be looking for a pullback or a start of a pullback, right? See, Shopify, I missed it, right? We should have bought right here. Boom, that was our buy entry, ripped up. Okay, right now we're too late. Okay, I don't want to buy after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row. I want to buy after 4 red candles to the downside. And boom, a bounce off of our moving average right there. So if it's on the blue list, most likely it's already had its move. Okay, here, see, up 5, 6 candles. Okay, PLTR up 5, 6 candles. UNH up 5, 6 candles. DKNG up 2 candles. So again, waiting for a pullback into the EMA if it's on the blue list. So let me share this one with you guys. Blue list. Waiting for a pullback on the daily. Boom. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put the date on that. Pullback and a green dot. Boom, on the daily chart. Okay, and I'm actually going to make this so you guys can't talk in it, because I see you guys, a lot of you guys dropping stuff over there. If you guys have trade setups, like we have a thread where you guys could share your setups. That's in Spartan Trades, okay? Overkill Trades is going to be my trade setups. Spartan Trades is going to be the community trade setups. So you guys can talk about your trades and your ideas and your watch lists and stuff like that in this thread. This specific thread is just for, right, these watch lists and also the videos, right, when we drop a new video, okay? So that's the blue list. And then the green list, okay, looking to fire on all cylinders, looking to buy on green dots. Green list, okay, actively looking to buy green dots and pullbacks. Okay, so the green list is the most bullish, blue list is the second most bullish, and then the red list, we need that monthly confirmation, right? We need the monthly green dot before we even begin to think about trading, because if it's not in our favor on the monthly, if it's not green on the monthly, okay, if it's trending down like this, we do not want to buy this kind of a price action, right? Look at DKNG right now. That looks really, really bullish. Okay, that's why it's on the blue list. We're just waiting for more of a pullback here on the daily. It is trying to bounce off its 9 EMA right here. So that's an interesting play there. Stop loss on that would be 42.72, but I want to buy it into the 30 EMA just like how it dipped off right there. Boom, that would have been a great day to buy. So again, keeping in mind the mean, right, where we're at, right? Are we close to the moving average? Are we bouncing off a moving average? Okay. And then obviously the red and green dots will tell you the direction. Again, the most important thing, guys, is you want to make sure that the monthly chart is trending in your favor. Then we zoom into the daily chart and we look to pinpoint our entries. We look to buy on the days we are bouncing off of an EMA and giving us a green dot, right? Those are the days we want to absolutely enter. So if you guys have questions about this, feel free to email me. My email's right here under the server rules tab. One thing I want to mention, guys, is the scammers have really, really picked up over the last couple of weeks. I will never add you as a friend or send you a DM first. So just keep that in mind. On any social media platform, on Discord, on anything, I will never add you as a friend. It's nothing personal. It's just something that I do so I can say that, hey, I'm never going to add you as a friend. So you know that I'm never going to actually add you as a friend. If you guys want to add me as a friend, that's totally fine. I will add you back on Discord. I get a lot of friend requests throughout the day. Okay, if you want to click on my name and send me a message right here, you guys can do that. But I will never personally add you first or send you a message. Please, please, please understand that. I've seen some people get scammed in the Discord recently, and just know that's why I keep the server rules up there now. And once again, I will never add you as a friend or send you a DM first. I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you for cryptocurrency. My only 2 products are the membership, which is $4 a month to get access to the full of Discord. The Discord's free to join. You can join for free, but if you want access to everything, the alerts, the watch lists, right, my trades, and the community chart requests, we also do giveaways. Okay, I gave away $1,000 or 1,000 CRO last week. And again, if we can get this video to 150 likes, I'll give away 100 XRP. Okay, so just go ahead and like the video if you guys want. If you don't, hey, all the power to you. And again, all the trading apps to everything I use are down here. You can start a Coinbase account here, Robinhood account here, Trading View, which is this Trading View. This is the website, the software, okay? And then we have the indicator that goes in this website, which is right here. My only 2 products are the indicator and the membership. You guys can get all the information about that over in the Discord. Everything else is a scam, okay? I will never add you as a friend. I will never DM you first, okay? If you guys are new, again, I encourage you to come watch this trading course here. I got about 4 or 5 videos over here you guys can watch and learn a little bit more about the strategy and the mindset, about how we trade and what we do. Okay, I'd love to have you over here in the Discord as a member. Again, it's $4 a month to join. Welcome to all the new people that have been joining over the last couple of weeks. I mean, our army is just absolutely growing. I love to see it, folks. Welcome to everybody that's new. And I'm looking forward to continuing to grow on with you guys and continuing to capitalize on these markets and stay ahead of everything. God bless you guys. I'll see you in Wednesday's video for the chart request video. That's going to be Wednesday. Get your chart requests in over here. Once again, God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.